today's DIY, we are going to be using 2 of these small vases from Dollar Tree, 1 and 2. Not only will we use those, we'll be using 2 of the ceramic tiles. These are round, and they also have square ones as well. So we are going to be using these in the DIY. Okay guys, before I get started, I would like to ask you all to please like the video by leaving a thumbs up, comment if you can. If you don't have time to comment, then just leave some hearts or your favorite emoji. Share, and please subscribe if you haven't already. It's absolutely free, okay? I would love to reach 400,000 subs before the end of the year, and I would also like to ask you guys to comment what type of DIYs you would like to see from me. Do you want to see DIYs related to the upcoming holidays or just everyday things? So comment below, because I can do a little bit of everything, okay? All right, so let's get started. Now, first thing I want to do is put these 2 pieces together. I also have some of these wooden dowels, and I think I picked these up at Walmart. These are pretty thick. I wish I had one even thicker, but I don't. So what I want to do is glue these 2 pieces together like this. But before I glue them, I want to make sure that they stay. Now, if I just glue these 2 together without any type of support, it wouldn't last. So I need to support it. So I have a clipboard here that I'm going to use as my base. And I'm going to take one of the wooden dowels that I already start cutting and just cut it in half. And I picked up this little handsaw from Home Depot, probably about 2 or 3 years ago. Alright, so that broke. And what I'm going to do is cut these 2 pieces in half. I'll do that off camera and then come back, and I have my 4 pieces from 1 wooden dowel. And it was relatively easy to cut through. Alright, so next up I have some wood glue. I went ahead and took the top off because it always gets stopped up. So I'm going to reach in here and get some wood glue and glue these babies together. Put those 2 pieces down. What you want to do is make sure that they are all touching each other. So what I'm going to do next is take a rubber band and put it on here. Hold them together while the glue sets up. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just stick this inside here just to make sure that it fits. Go ahead and add some more glue. So now I'm going to allow the wood glue to completely dry. Once it dries, we'll come back and glue these 2 pieces together. And this is going to be our anchor. So the openings are a little bit different in size. This opening is a little bit smaller, so I had to just kind of manipulate the wood. I just used a saw to make some lines, and then just used a regular emery board and sanded it down to make it fit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take my rubber bands off, and this is what I have. You can probably just go to like Michael's and get like a really thick dowel and use it instead of this, but this is what I already had on hand. So next up I have some Gorilla Glue, and I'm just going to put some on the inside of both of them. Again, I'm doing this because once I glue these 2 pieces together, I do not want them to come apart. Now I'm going to go around it with some glue, put it on the wood and on the vase. Put this on top, just like that. And then I'm going to take some masking tape and use the masking tape to help hold these 2 pieces together. Turn them on the side. Now I'm going to put another piece the other way. Okay, so guys, this is what we have now. It's pretty tight. So now I will allow the glue to set up overnight and then come back to it. So I'm back and I let this set up overnight. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove the tape. Now while the glue was still wet, I went ahead and cleaned the excess off from around it. I really love the shape of it. So the next thing I'm going to do is paint this silver. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that I was out of silver spray paint. So I'm going to use this metallic acrylic paint. And I've been having this forever. And you don't have to worry about it being perfect because we are going to cover the paint. So I want to make sure that it's really in there. I don't want it thick enough to where it will come off. I want it to soak in. The surface is somewhat porous. Now I'm varnishing it in because I want it to go into the pores. It doesn't have to be perfect because I am going to cover it. So now we have this. So I'm going to put this aside. You guys remember these from before. So let's go ahead and get these open. On these you have cork on the bottom. You can decorate these. We will do some in the very near future as gifts, okay? What I'm going to do with these is paint these silver as well. And then I have these mirrors, and these are plastic with adhesive on the back. And what I did off camera was scrape the bottom off one of these. I left the bottom on the second one. Even though there's adhesive on the back, I still put Gorilla Glue on here and then glue this down right in the center. On the other one, where I removed the cork, I put adhesive down and then glued the other one on, like that. I did it off camera. And this is what they look like. This one has the mirror on the bottom. This one has the mirror on the top. Take some paint, put it right around the edge. If you have spray paint, go ahead and do this ahead of time and then glue the mirrors down. You want to do this to both pieces. Now I'll let the acrylic paint completely dry, and then we'll move on to the next. To cover this with mirror towel. If you don't want to do that, if you don't have the patience, you can cover it with rhinestones, you can cover it with bling, you can even cover it with glitter. You can put stripes down it, a million different ways you can decorate it. So I'm going to take some mirror towel, and I'll link this below, guys. You get a lot for the money. Get 2 long sheets for like $7. I'm always searching for the better deals. The reason I wanted this silver is because the mirror towels never completely cover everything. So instead of a white background, we will have a silver background. And the silver background against the mirror towel won't be so noticeable. Now, the mirror towel has adhesive on the back, but I want to reinforce it. And I'm going to use this stuff called Wicked Stick It. Everything sticks to this container. And I'm just going to put some in this glass here. And it doesn't take much. I'm going to take some on this brush and just put some right in the center. I have a wet baby wipe, and I'm just going to sit my brush inside of here to make sure that it stays damp. I'm going to wait for about 2 minutes, and then we'll start adding the mirror towel to the wick. Okay, so it's pretty sticky. So what I'm going to do is start 1 row at a time. I'm going to start right in the center. I want this to look like it's one piece. Okay, so you see what I mean? It don't always line up perfectly. So what I'm gonna do next is start right above that opening to minimize it. You don't want that opening to continue. You wanna camouflage it as much as possible. And see, that second row was almost perfect. Just go around and push it up. So now I'm going to go on this side and do the same thing. And now we have the beginning of our mirror towel candle holder. So now I'm going to take some more of my Wicked Stick It and just brush it on. I'm going to let that sit for a couple of minutes and then come in and just keep going and going and going and going until I complete one side. And then I'll do the other side off camera. So now you just want to press them all in, make sure that they are connected to the vase. And yeah, I'm gonna do the other side off camera and then come back. Bling, bling, bling. That's so cute. Hey, it could be a bow tie. But anyway, I'm gonna put this aside and move back to our coasters. Now, remember we did this. So what I'm gonna do is put some of the Wicked Stick It on the side and then glue one row of mirror tiles around it, just like this one. Okay, I'm gonna do that one. Remember the cork, this is the base. So this is gonna sit on top of here like this, okay? Now this part is the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue another mirror to the bottom of this as well. So let's go ahead and add some Wicked Stick It around the border, and then we're gonna add the mirror tile. And I just put some Wicked Stick It on the outside of the coasters and then added my mirror tile just for that extra stability, okay? So this is the top one. It has a mirror on the bottom and the top. This is the bottom one. This is the one that has the cork on the base. Now I've already cleaned it. So what I'm gonna do now is glue this onto here. And of course I'm going to use my Gorilla Glue. Okay, make sure that it's centered. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the film and then glue this piece on as well. Just bend it and make sure that it looks even all the way around. So now I'm gonna take this 5-pound kettlebell and put it right on top. You want that weight to push everything together. So I'm going to allow the Gorilla Glue to completely dry. Once that's done, I'll come in and add the last finishing touches. So I decided to make a smaller candle holder that will go nice with the larger one. So if you want to do two, you can just do two, but I think it would be great to do two small ones and then one large one. This down because I just finished cutting up some more rows of the mirror tile. So this time around, we're gonna start at the bottom. I'm gonna take some Wicked Stick It. And guys, I'll leave a discount code in the description for you guys if you wanna try it. It's really some good stuff. The bottle that I had has lasted me a long, long time. I'm going to start around the base. And then just go around with the next row. Okay guys, so on the last row, you want to make sure that it's flush or lower than the top of the vase because we still have to glue the other piece on. So let's go ahead and grab that and glue that. Okay guys, so here's our top. I put a smaller mirror in the bottom. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some Wicked Stick It on the side because I want mirror trim to go around. Now it's tacky. I'll go ahead and add my mirror trim all the way around. And then just go around and make sure that it's all straight and even looking, you know? You want it to really look good. You don't want it to have a wave pattern. Just like that. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this film. Take my Gorilla Glue and put some right on top of this vase. And I'm being quite generous. They're right in the center. Okay, that looks pretty even. Now I'm going to flip this over and then put this weight on top, right in the center. And I'm going to allow this to set up overnight. Once it does, I'll come back and add that one little touch to both. Okay guys, so it's been a couple of days and I'm back to my tall candle holder. Now, this can also be used as a base to like a cake plate or anything like that too. I really like that. But for me, it's a candle holder. Here's what it looks like around the base. I put some bling right around the top, that little opening, that same opening that we have here. So what I did was took some Wicked Stick It and put it right on top, right around that rim. Let that set up for a couple of minutes. So here I have some extra pieces of what I like to call diamond bling. You guys know it. I told y'all I always keep my little scrap pieces. And I'm just going to put it right there in the opening on top of the wicked stick it. Okay, so now we are done putting that on there. And here's the smaller candle holder. Remove the protective covering. Now we have two. Aren't they beautiful? Alright, so now we have both of our beautiful candle holders. I actually wanted to make this a set of 3, but unfortunately they didn't have any more of the vases. I'm going to check another store and make the 3rd one. And guys, I'm going to list these on my Etsy for sale. So I'll let you guys know, but I'll go ahead and leave my Etsy in the description so you guys can check it out. So it'll be first come, first serve, okay? All right, so again, I'm gonna put these on display and let you see what they look like. And here are my 2 completed mirror candle holders. I love how the light sparkles off the mirrors. They are absolutely beautiful. My preference is for this to be a set of 3, so I'll be on the lookout for another vase to complete my set. Meanwhile, I'll display my candle holders with my DIY mini mushroom mirror lamp, and I'll link that DIY in the description below along with my light up mirror tray. This concludes my video. I hope that you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your thoughts about this DIY in the comments below. Share and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.